Alright, it's rolling. Alright, I'm back, and I hope you guys will be willing to listen to me rant, because what else is there to do at 4:23 in the morning when I can't sleep and I'm up thinking about shit? If you guys have seen any of my earlier videos, you guys would know that I'm from Chicago, and I, if you watched them all, you would know that I've attend Southern Illinois University, which is in Carbondale, Illinois, which is all the way very, very, very southern Illinois. Now, if any of you who actually know where Illinois is on the map and you can actually, point it out, know that it's a very fucking long state. It's long as shit. Like 400 miles. That's long. That's a long ass state. And I went from moving from like the third closest county to Wisconsin, just right south of Chicago. And okay, I'm not from Chicago. I'm from the suburbs, but no one knows where the no one knows where the fuck Joliet is. So I'm from Chicago, and all the way down to the tip, I lived there for 9 months. So I've been back for about a few weeks now, and thank God. Well, I don't know. I kind of like it down there, but when I came back, I didn't sound like this at all. I had kind of, you know what, when I came back, I kind of started to sound like this, and, I couldn't really control it either because I picked up on the southern accent, and, Illinois goes down so far that, once you get past Effingham, you got an accent going on, but, I started to pick up on it. That's how I sounded like, and I'm sorry if that wasn't the best southern accent, but if you had asked me to do this video 3 fucking weeks ago, I would have sounded like I was from goddamn Mississippi, I swear to God. But I've been around my parents around a lot, and my parents are both from this area, so you know, kind of picks up. But the accents weren't really what bothered me too much. I definitely picked up on some twang, and when I come back up here, I kind of sound more like I'm from Northern Illinois. Um, I know, really bad time to smoke a cigarette, but I'm fucking tired. But yeah, I decided, I was laying in bed just thinking about shit, couldn't sleep. I decided, I'm gonna go to the fridge and get a pop. Pop, as in, like Pepsi. And one thing that I do not miss about being down in Southern Illinois, which I love Southern Illinois to death, it's a beautiful place. It's just kind of in the middle of Jesus land. Is the fact that I can actually say pop and people won't look at me weird. And I'm telling you, like I'm so far south that people people don't even say, okay, this is how far south I was. I mean, if you go a few hours south, in central Illinois, people are saying soda, which soda that pisses me off. I'm sorry. Like I understand if that's where you're from and that's what you grew up saying, but I'm from Chicago. It's pop. It has always been pop. It always will be pop. If I want a 7 Up, it's go get a pop out of the fridge. Or there's a fridge down the garage, go get a pop. That's how it goes. But I got shit on, literally. But I was so far south in Illinois that everyone was calling it Coke. It didn't matter what the fuck kind of soda pop or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It was Coke. Like, oh hey, can I get one of my friends, they're from Cairo, Illinois. I'm sorry. If you live in southern Illinois, you pronounce it Cairo, which I'm still convinced is wrong. Just like Vienna, Illinois is pronounced Vienna by all of them. They have weird pronunciations of everything. Asked me to go get them a Coke. Okay, so I went to the fridge, and I got them a Coke, like literally a Coca-Cola. And they come back, they're like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted 7 Up. I said, no, you didn't. You wanted fucking Coke. No, I wanted 7 Up. I'm like, well, you asked for Coke. Well, yeah, just go, getting a Coke out of the fridge, and I'm standing there like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. And they're just like, well, just go get me another Coke. Give me a 7 Up, and I'm just like, okay, these are one of these people, who call it fucking Coke when clearly it's pop. And then I have friends who are from Peoria, and they call it sody. Sody? Who the Okay, and so I decided, I'm like, you know what? I figured Illinois is in the Midwest, and everyone would just call it pop. But apparently that's just a Chicago thing. I don't know. And I looked. There's actually little maps that mark the counties of all the United States that mark whether you say soda, pop, or Coke. I mean, is that how diverse this country is? I mean, we can't agree on one goddamn saying for it that we have to say sody pop, soda, fucking Coke. I mean, I don't even think Coke should even be an option because Coke is specific. When someone asks for Coke, they're either asking for a line or a Coca-Cola. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, that's so confusing. But I'm sure, people wonder why, like, oh, why are you asking for a pop? Are you asking for a punch in the face? Are you asking for some ice cream? Are you asking for a sucker? Which I call them suckers. I don't call them lollipops. They're suckers. Just like a water fountain is not a water fountain, it's a fucking bubbler. And it's not an ATM, it's a cash station. It's always been a cash station, okay? It's a cash station. And it's pop. This is pop, and I'm using this pop can to ash my cigarette in because I don't have an ashtray. Because I'm really not supposed to be smoking in this house. As you can see, we got my walls repainted yellow because our house caught on fire, and so everything had to be redone. And no, I did not start the fire, but that's a completely separate story. That happened months ago, and all I really want to rant about is the fact that people don't call pop pop, or people, okay, soda I can understand, but I mean soda. What are you from? New York? Are you also? Oh, it's. Could you go get me a soda out of the refrigerator? No. Get me a fucking pop out of the goddamn fridge that's in the garage. It's not garage, it's garage. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that? And I'm sure if you're not from the United States, you're probably watching this video saying, what the fuck is he talking about? Because I don't even know what you guys call it over in the UK. I don't know if it's a soft drink. You know, I don't, yeah, I don't know, but maybe you guys call it soda too. I don't really know. Maybe you guys are smart enough to call them by their actual names, like, oh, could you go get me a Pepsi? No, but that was an awful British accent, by the way. Please don't make fun of me. But why can't people just agree on one name? I mean, it's either pop. It's pop, or if you want called soda, fine. But why the fuck Coke? If you're asking for a Coke, I'm gonna give you a Coca-Cola. I'm not gonna give you a goddamn 7-Up. Smoke went in my eye. But I'm definitely glad to have my, I don't really know, generic American slash Midwest slash Chicago slash Northern accent back. Don't know what the fuck I have accent. And people, you know what? I'm not even from Minnesota, but I call Minnesota Minnesota because I have friends from Minnesota and I grew up saying Minnesota, you know. But apparently I'm weird for calling Pepsi pop and for calling 7 Up pop. I think those are the fucking weird ones who are calling 7 Up Coke. If you disagree, please leave comments. And I'm sure all of you guys from the Deep South are all going to be up in arms about me saying pop when it's actually Coke. So I apologize for that. So that, it's pop. It's pop. I am convinced. I was born calling it pop. I was raised calling it pop. And god damn it, I will die. It is still going to be pop. Okay? For me. But if you ever see me on the street and you're out of change and you want me to buy you a pop, don't come up to me and say that you want a soda or a sody or a soda pop or a Coke. Well, I mean, if you ask me for a Coke, I'm gonna get you a Coke. And if you don't like Coca-Cola, then tough shit. All right? That's my rant. So, night, y'all.